Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is starting to feel like we're getting into fall, winter weather out there. I don't know about where you guys are at, but this last week the temperatures dipped about 30 degrees. This morning it's probably about 45 degrees out there. So it's starting to get a little crispy, which for me is good. The majority of what I sell is jeans. That's probably like 80% of my inventory, so that should be a good sign as we move forward into the colder weather. If you're new to the channel, I am a fairly new reseller. I've been doing this for about 5 months now. Started off part-time the first couple of months while I built up my inventory, and then we transitioned to full-time. Now I've been full-time for a few months, and we're kind of tracking the progress as we go. The goal was to hit $1,000 in net profits by September. We did that. We've been consistently over that. The next goal was to hit $2,000 in net profit by the end of season, by the end of the year, which last week we hit. So that was exciting, but we did see a big dip in sales from last week. So let me know in the comments what you guys have seen this past week in sales. Did it fall off a little bit? I know the first week of Q4 kind of boomed, and this week has seemed to slip quite a bit from the mark. So total sales this week is $1,966. That's down 31% from last week. Left us with a net sales of $1,114. That is down 37%, so a huge drop. Quantity sold, only 59 items. I believe last week we sold 70 items. Average dollar sale was $33.33. That's also down almost 20%. Still okay. The $35 mark is kind of where I want to be long term, so not the worst thing ever. But that's what this week's sales look like. It's definitely a dip. I'm hoping to trend back upwards next week. Today I've already had some good sales this morning. That's looking better than what it was last week. So hopefully this week we'll bounce back up. I don't know if we'll get back over the $2,000 mark, but hopefully somewhere in that ballpark. So let's go ahead and go through the top 10 sales for the last week just to get an idea of what's selling for me and how I got to that number. So first up, we've got True Religion jeans. These are men's jeans, size 34, which is a good size. Nothing fancy, no embroideries, nothing like that. It does have the horseshoe on the back pockets, which I guess is semi-sought after, and the flap pockets. But just some standard True Religion men's jeans. They went for $31.99. Then I have this Task shirt. This was picked up at the Dollar Deals, so I got this for $1. I don't normally pick up Task stuff, but this was brand new with the tags, as you can see. Really good condition. Bamboo technology, bamboo performance technology. So a nice lightweight athletic shirt. This one went for $31.99. I think I had it for about a month. So definitely a good pickup. If I can find more Task brand new with the tags and get it for $1, I'll probably grab it. Next up, you've seen me talking about this in videos, haul videos and sourcing videos. This is the Bugatti Cotton. It's the 8-way stretch. These things sell quick. I just picked this up probably 2 weeks ago. They usually sell really fast for me. They sell for $25 to $30. I got $29.59 for this one. Kind of a cool pattern. Not sure what you'd call it. They're like little infinities or chain links or something, but a cool all over print pattern. Probably helped it sell a little bit better, but even without the pattern, these things sell pretty well. Next up is one of the keyboards that I got just this week. This sold overnight, and this is the Logitech K350. I got $28 for this one. Probably priced it a little bit low because I looked again at the comps afterwards and realized these sell for like $30 to $40 pretty quickly. Sell-through rate on these is great, so if you see this K350 out there, I'd probably be willing to pay up to $8 for one of these if it's in good condition. If it has the dongle, even a little bit more, because then it'll go for $40 to $50. This one did not have the dongle. But quick sell, $1 into $28 in less than 24 hours is a great deal for me. I'll do that all day long. Next up, we have these trail gloves. The color, I love the color. It's called Dark Cheddar. It's like a nice kind of rust orange. But it's a really cool color. I got these at a garage sale. I was actually on a bike ride and I saw a little garage sale on the side of the road, and I saw these for $5, and they had some horror VHS, which I picked up, and so I grabbed that stuff and put it in a bag and rode back on the bike with it. But these sold within a week for $32. I thought they were going to sell quick because the color was cool. There was only one other listed in a different size, so if somebody was looking for that specific dark cheddar color, they had to buy mine if it was in their size. So definitely a good grab. Next up is Madewell jeans. These went for $39.99. So men's Madewell still do okay. Women's Madewell don't do very well at all unless it's the right style. So this is the perfect vintage wide leg jean. They were in good condition, and I believe I paid $7.99 for these. They went for $40. They sold within a week. So the right cut of women's Madewell is still worth picking up. You just got to be very specific on which cut you're going to grab. Pair of men's Wolverine boots. I got these at the bins a while ago, probably 3 months ago, and they finally sold for $39.99. They were in pretty good condition, not perfect. I probably listed them as good condition because you can see there's like some wear on the toes, but a good pair of work boots, and they sold, I don't know, 3 months. Would I pick them up again? Maybe at bins prices. You know, I got these for probably $5-6. So probably for $5 or $6 or less, I'd grab them in this condition or better. But that was a decent sale. Then we have the other keyboard I picked up. And mind you, both these keyboards I got for $1 at the same thrift store. This one sold for $49.99. I listed it at $49.99, and then usually it takes an hour or two for whatever sale you have running to kick in on a listing. Somebody bought this immediately, and that was awesome because this one was also only $1. It's in good condition, and it looked functional. None of the keys were messed up, so you know, hopefully this one doesn't come back with any issues. I don't fully test these things out. I just make sure there's power. If you've got any kind of light on there that powers up, you can test that, and then I just feel the keys, make sure nothing's sticking, nothing's broken. But $49.99 out of $1 was another awesome find. And then we have this vintage Brooks Brothers brown multicolored speckled Shetland sweater. So if you're getting, you know, any mid to high end brands, if you see 100% wool made in Scotland or Ireland, or if it says Shetland, that's specifically Scotland, definitely look up the comps on it. These are really nice sweaters, especially for a Brooks Brother one. This is a great grab. I did take an offer on it. Somebody had offered me $55, and there was an issue. It wasn't letting me send them another offer on it because I think they had to decline that offer before I could send another one. So in the meantime, while that was happening, somebody offered me the full price, which was $79.99. So I took that, and that was a great deal. This is a really cool sweater. If it was my size, I may have thought about keeping it. Just a really cool Brooks Brothers sweater. And then the number one item this week, this was actually sourced from my bookshelf. I had no idea. I don't remember where I saw, but I saw something about this being of value, and I was like, hey, I think I have that. I bought it a long time ago at a comic book store locally, and it was like $3 when I got it. And it's just a cool, you know, like horror item. It is Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. But apparently this printing from Dynamite is the one that people are looking for. There's another printing that looks identical, like nothing on the front differentiates it. But the fact that it's Dynamite makes it like the first printing and worth something. I listed it for $199.99, and then I run my 20% off sale. And somebody grabbed it for $159.99, which was awesome for me because it cost me nothing. It was just sitting there. I never read it, never really looked at it. It was just a little piece in my collection that I didn't care that much about. And when I found out it was worth some money, I definitely wanted to list it. So that is it for the top sales for the week. You know, again, this week was slower, but we're still over that mark of 1,000. You know, you just kind of get used to things ramping up, and it's a little bit of a bummer when it drops that much. But I have faith that it's going to turn back around this week. We're going to get busier again. But let me know in the comments how you guys have done this week. Have you seen anything slow down? Have you seen a change in the trends this past week on eBay or Poshmark? Poshmark actually performed pretty well for me this past week. I think I did like $600 in profit over there. So Poshmark seems to be ramping up steadily, and you know, hopefully that trend continues upward as well, because you know, eventually hopefully Poshmark will be 50-60% of my sales consistently. But if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, helps the channel grow, lets me know I'm doing a good job with the content, or let me know what I'm doing wrong or what you don't like. That way I can try to gear content towards what you guys like. But hope you guys enjoy your day. I hope your football team wins today, and I'll see you guys soon.